Hello Lookster, whether you're looking to write your product design resume from scratch or you want to level up an existing one, this step-by-step guide is tailored for you. At the end of this video, you'll be able to create a winning resume even if you are a fresh graduate out of the university or a bootcamp program with limited or no professional experience. Or if you're transitioning and you've had issues identifying and highlighting relevant skills from your previous roles. Finally, if you have some experience in the field but you need help quantifying your achievements and providing concrete metrics to demonstrate your impact, this video is for you. The beauty of the world that we live in today is that AI helps us work faster and smarter. I'll show you how to address these pain points in your resume using ChatGPT. Throughout the video, I'm going to share the prompts I'll be using, but if you want them delivered to your inbox, feel free to sign up for my newsletter using the pinned link below. Let's dive in. I like to set the scene by identifying the types of resume you would see within the product design context. You have two main types of resume. They are the human-friendly and the ATS-friendly resumes. Let's start with the human-friendly resume. The human-friendly version will look something like this. It is designed for visual appeal. I'll recommend using this on your portfolio website rather than for job applications. You'll understand in a minute why I say so. The ATS-friendly resume will look something like this. Many companies rely on automated systems that filter resumes based on the match with specific keywords and qualification in the job description. This resume is optimized to pass through these systems, so you should use them for your job applications. We'll be focusing on the ATS resume in this video. I'll show you how to create an ATS resume to get hired in 5 steps. Step 1. Start by creating a dump of all your information. It should be a scrappy process. Include your professional experience, your education, skills, certifications, and any other thing that you feel like it will be relevant in your resume. You may want to also include sections like your volunteer work, your language proficiency, your professional membership, or publications. In the next step, we'll use this to create what I would like to call a master resume, but that's what some other people would call a CV. Step 2, organize the information. Once you finish the dump, you want to organize the information in reverse chronological order. That is from the newest first and the oldest last. You need to put into a structure. Feel free to pause this video if necessary. We'll be using ChatGPT to organize it with this prompt. I need help organizing my resume. Here's a list of my experiences. At the end of the step, you would have something like this. This looks good already. However, there's more work to be done, so let's go on to the next step. Step 3, identify your area of interest. So this is an optional step, but I would ask you to do it if you can. What we have right now is an unoptimized version of your resume. We're going to optimize it by making it relevant to today's job market. I advise people to identify the kind of opportunities they are seeking so that they can target these roles with their resume. Here's what I mean. Think about your preferred industry. Would you like to work in a fintech, an edtech, a health tech, or an e-commerce company? For example, if you are a graduate of finance, then maybe fintech is more appropriate to you. Or if you've worked in the health sector for years, you might want to consider the health industry. What company size would you prefer? A startup, a FANG maybe, or maybe a mid-sized company? This is good to know because you can then showcase in your resume the necessary skills that is relevant to these kind of companies. It's also good to know what type of product you prefer to design for. For example, do you prefer to design for consumers or would you rather design for enterprises? Some companies have strictly consumer or enterprise products, while other companies like Meta have both. You can even go further to note your preference for the type of role: full-time, contractor, or freelance, or maybe agency or in-house designer. I'm telling you, this is a great exercise because it helps you streamline your job hunt process to the outcome you're hoping to get. That's what I did when I was hunting for a job. However, if you do not have this figured out yet, it's absolutely fine. It doesn't stop you from progressing to the next step. A tip for you is that you can leverage ChatGPT in this step by asking it to identify an area of interest for you based on your resume you've already provided it. Step 4, we're going to optimize your resume to your area of interest. We're going to go to a job board to look for 3 product design openings that the description matches the ideal role that you're interested in. So I am going to be using LinkedIn. I found these 3 product design roles that I'll use. We will then go into ChatGPT to analyze them to get a sense of the skill set that is required in the industry. Before the world of AI, what you would have had to do would be to print out the job descriptions and then you begin to highlight the keywords and then integrate them into your resume manually. Painful, right? Now you can rely on ChatGPT, and here's how. We're going to use this exact prompt. Act as a recruiter. Here are 3 job descriptions for product design roles. I would like for you to analyze them, highlighting technical and soft skills, tools, as well as other high priority requirements that they are asking for. Update my resume to highlight relevant keywords from the job descriptions and my transferable experience. If you're transitioning from a different field, you can use this prompt in addition to that. I am transitioning from this industry and this was my role. Highlight key areas from my previous background that are relevant in the design industry. You can also ask ChatGPT to identify some of the gaps in your skills and certifications, and the goal of this is not to scare you or to make you feel inadequate. The goal is to actually help you become more competitive, because if you're able to highlight these gaps, then you can fill them by doing courses in those areas. For first timers, there's no need to add any additional prompt. The way it works, the first prompt is good enough for you. If you feel like your resume isn't robust enough because you do not have enough case study to showcase in your portfolio, then maybe you should consider doing volunteer work or asking your family and friends to give you opportunities to design their websites for free. You could also join hackathons or designathons. This would help you then increase the amount of things you have within your resume. If you're worried that your resume doesn't have product metrics, then showcase design impact instead. I'm going to share an example on the screen for you to see the difference between a product metrics and design metrics. Another tip is to showcase your social impact initiative. Many companies care about this. You know, this is a good example of people who got hired because of their social impact initiative. Before we go on, here is the caveat. AI can sometimes hallucinate, so make sure that you do your due diligence to ensure that whatever it has put in your resume, you actually have done them. Now, this is what an optimized resume looks like. However, this isn't what you would apply for a job with, but what you would keep for yourself. First of all, it is too long. In the next step, we will streamline your resume to match a specific job description. Step 5, optimize for ATS. What we have is good enough to keep until you have a particular job opening to apply for. For example, I want to apply for this product design role at Pinterest. I'm going to copy the job description and head over to ChatGPT. I'll ask it to optimize my resume to fit the job description. This is similar to what we did in the previous step, just in case you're wondering. But in this case, we are optimizing it for this specific job opening. Here's the exact prompt you will need. I need help optimizing my resume to match a specific job description. Below is the job description and my current resume. Please tailor my resume to highlight the skills and experiences that align with the job requirements, ensuring that the language and the keywords from the job description are incorporated where appropriate. This is looking pretty good. A word of caution though, AI can create a grade base, but you'll need to humanize your resume. Tweak your resume after getting the output by adding a personal touch. This can make it more engaging and tailored to your unique experiences and can help you stand out from the rest of the candidates. Also check for any grammatical errors or awkward phrasing. AI generated text can sometimes be too formal or use repetitive phrasing. One last thing before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends who might find it useful. Once again, if you want the prompts I used in this video sent to your inbox, do sign up for my newsletter and you will have it delivered to your inbox. That's it for me. Until I come to you next time, wishing you all the best in your job hunt.